That's little Billy. I think I was probably 6 or 7 or 8, like in between that. You know, he's a brave little boy. And he was going through some stuff that he couldn't talk about at that time. And it's interesting because, you know, I didn't look at pictures of myself at this age until this year. It gave me an opportunity to stop and take the necessary steps to heal. You know, being a young, queer, Black boy from, you know, disenfranchisement from my religious community just simply because I was a sissy to the sort of incessant bullying. You know, I think this is probably around the time the sexual abuse started. Bullying in general is a part of growing up. I don't need to say anything to the bullies. What we need to say is to the bullied. You know, the goal is find the courage and the strength and the presence of mind and love yourself enough to stand up to every bully, every kind of bully. Because the bullying doesn't stop with the kids at school, the bullying continues. So learn how to deal with the bullies early and find a space where you can thrive and breathe. I've been looking for that skinny Billy picture. I think I'm about 16 here. You know, I'm like 120 pounds soaking wet. I think I low-key had some sort of eating disorder, you know, and some sort of body dysmorphia that I still sort of carry to this day. My body hasn't grown into my head yet. It's very cute. And I have my little Capizio shoes on and my little dance pants. I got cast in the musical and I got bit by the bug. And I understood really early that that was gonna be my ticket out. I came out around 16, and because I was in the arts, there was an antidote to my religious community, to my Pentecostal church community that was telling me that I was an abomination and that AIDS was God's punishment for being that abomination. And I had other spaces to go because of the arts with people that didn't believe like that, with people that believed something different. My HIV status in 2007 carried the kind of shame that is ultimately death. And shame is a silencer, shame is a murderer. I didn't want shame to murder me before it was my time. There's so much work left to do on this planet. And I wanted to be around to do it, and I understood that in order for me to be around to do it, I would have to release the darkest and deepest shame. I would have to remove that shame from my life and free myself. This is probably around that Grease time, you know, trying to carve out a space for myself as a queer artist in this world, you know, coming up against a lot of pushback, you know, being told that my queerness would be my liability. Let's just dwell and still the world is cold. That role set me on a trajectory that created the space for me to be the artist that I am today. It taught me, you are the master of your own destiny. That's the kind of artist that you are. Don't give your power away ever again. I'm rehearsing Land of Lola at the Al Hirschfeld Theater. Lola and Kinky Boots is the original dream manifested in real time. You know, before I could even see the character of Lola and the show that was Kinky Boots, I was dreaming it for myself. There was nothing that looked like that before me in this mainstream space, period. Nothing. I changed the face. We changed the face of the entire game. This gift was given to me, and I had to show up and show out for an extended period of time, right? I did the show for almost 3 years. I gave myself that advice in the moment. You can't leave after a year, boo-boo. You gotta stay here because you got some stuff to shut down so that we can move on and build upon the foundation that I have built for myself. First of all, I look fierce. Michael Kors, custom.
And once again, we witness history unfold. The Emmy goes to Billy Porter.
I didn't know that I was the first queer person of color to win in this category ever in the history. I didn't know that. I couldn't have ever imagined that I would be heralded for the very thing that was my liability for so long. Pose and Pray Tell have taught me to dream the impossible. I was always dreaming based on something I had already seen. You know, why can't I want to be the Black XYZ. I want to be the sassy, you know, gay friend on some procedural drama. Those were the spaces that somebody like me were allowed to inhabit. This changed all of that. We've changed all of that. And we've changed it for good.